What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? There you go again. I keep bumping the dog on camera. Got me looking crazy. Come on, get your life together, Tim. What are you doing? What is you doing, baby? What's happening, man? Y'all let me pin this comment. Then we're gonna get into it. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Pin comment. Appreciate it. Y'all go to YouTube. What's happening, man? Thank you for pulling up. Thank everybody for joining us. If you don't know who I am, while I get myself together over here on this screen, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Every day I go live on Al Gore's internet talking about the price action, discussing what's going on with the S&P 500 because I trade the SPY, as it says over here on the spider right there. I trade the SPY, right? Shout out to the spider gang. You can't see it because I'm blocking it. But I get on the internet every day. I started doing Tim's Tidbits to share what I knew in my Chrome Dome when it came to trading and investing. And I just was doing it with friends and family. So I started doing it for the free 99 on the internet, right? Sharing it with all the cousins far and wide, right? I get on here every single day and I talk about price action. I get on once in the morning before the market opens up, and I get on once in the evening, and we do the nope, that's the overnight price action. Right, we do the price action recap. That's what we do in the evening. We used to do it at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, but during football season, we're gonna be doing it at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I do it all for the free 99. If this sounds like something you're interested in, do me a favor. Hit the like button. That's all I actually do. Press like button. It might be here on your screen. It might be here on your screen. It might even be in the middle. Wherever it is on your screen, down here, wherever the like button is down here, please hit the like button for me. That's the only payment that I ask you submit me for doing what I do. And I shall continue to do it for free as long as there is air in my lungs, you see. Huh? Bars. That sound like Sam I am. Yes, I am. Speaking of bars, and we're not speaking of bars, shout out to our sponsors, man. Our sponsors for today's episode and every episode is thenewtlr.com, where you can get your Spider Gang merch. And you can tell people, trade what you see. Hashtag Spider Gang. You get your Spider Gang merch. Spider Gang merch, the apparel and accessory shop for traders and investors. This is my hands down favorite shirt right here. Discipline over dollars. That's my hands down favorite. Another crowd favorite is I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. That's another crowd favorite. But my hands down favorite is discipline over dollars. That's the new TLR.com. And our second sponsor is Banjo. Banjo, new music by Il Jodam, streaming on all streaming platforms. Go support Banjo on all streaming platforms. New music by Il Jodam. Full disclosure, this is not a paid advertisement. The new TLR.com, that's me. Banjo, that's music created by my son right there in his bedroom next door to where I'm sitting right now. Go support our sponsors. Who in the chat tonight? Here to learn and share. What's going on? What's going on? Hello, Brittany. It's too late for tea and crumpets, but how are you doing today? Cool it now. You better cool it now. What's up, Cool It? What's going on, 100? What's going on, Curtis Lane? Gabriel. What's going on with Draco? Big Draco in the building. What's going on, Draco? 100 has a new shirt theme. Trade what you know. You feel me? Trade what you know. Even if they don't agree with it, trade what you know. Shout out to all the algo conspiracies like myself. Y'all excuse me while I brush dust off my table over here, man. Like I ever showed y'all my table, man. I put a new top on my desk. I unhooked it. Did I unhook it? Did I mess it up? What did I do? Oh, man, I done messed something up. Can y'all still hear me? What did I do? What? I did that. Whatever I did, I shouldn't have did that. Whatever I did, I shouldn't have did that. Are we gonna get it back? Cheese and rice. Hold up. Let me get it right. Okay. I don't know what I did, but I was trying to show y'all the desk. I ain't showing you the desk now. I'm mad. There go the desk. Can you see the desk? I put that top on the desk. I was trying to show you the desk, and I'd have messed something up. Man, let's get into it, man. I don't know what I did. I'm not cutting that out for the replay. The replay got to go through the same thing. Man, see what happened when you try to get fancy? Y'all see what happened when you try to get fancy? What's up, Zay? Zay say he out here looking for the scale, looking for the scale, looking for the scale. Yep, looking for the scale. Okay. I'm glad y'all could still hear me, so y'all know I was going through something. What's up, Ramon? Michelle Tucker. Michelle Tucker. I thought you weren't gonna be with us tonight, Michelle Tucker. Michelle Tucker. Did I say what's up, Ramon? I think I did, Ramon. The birds in the cage. That's who was coming for us. Y'all, let's get into it, man. Let me go ahead and let me share my screen again. I don't know what happened, man. It went crazy. Let me share my screen again, and then we gonna go over here, check out Spotleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. Spotleen, what you on? Spotleen, why you on 15-minute charts? You been out here twerk. You been out here popping it for pimping. What you doing out here on the 15-minute chart? Come here, girl. Come here, girl. I know why I was like that. I was taking some screenshots. of some stuff. Y'all know I be going through. I be going through taking copious notes, trying to be a good student. Let me see. Where my stuff at? I can't remember what I was supposed to be on now. Yeah. I don't know what that brush is. Don't need the year open. Okay. All right. I think. Okay. Okay. All right. I think that's everything that was on there before. All right. So Spotleen, as y'all see, Spotleen is right here in the same little area where I say I'm looking for the scale, looking for the scale, looking for the scale. Yep, looking for the scale. Right. This right here is why I say when it come back to my area, right, on the daily chart, I don't just jump in. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, these are daily candles. And when you're trading these setups on intraday, right, the lower the time frame is, the quicker you can jump. You feel me? So if this was a 1 minute chart, right, it go up and it come down. Soon as this candle right here get down there, boom, you can fire, because this is a 1 minute chart. And 2 minutes later, all we did was come down. You took a little heat, and now you're pushing back up. You see what I'm saying? But these are daily candles. So with daily candles, you don't just jump in, right? You gotta, you wait for the move to give you like a signal. You know what I'm saying? You wait for the move to give you a signal, especially when you're ahead of big events. When you're ahead of big events like Powell speaking after Jackson Hole, you know what I'm saying? You wait for the move, right? You can go in and try to anticipate the move. You can look at, speaking of anticipating the move, I was thinking about something earlier. Somebody remind me in the chat later that I want to talk about anticipating the move, right? you can go in and try to look at the news and try to anticipate what they're gonna say, and you can either play both sides, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, by going into a call and hedging with puts, or you can go in and do like spreads, or go in and do like straddles. You can do a straddle if you think it's going to be a real violent big move. You can go in and do straddles. If you think it's going to range in a certain area, you can go in and do like spreads. I don't really know how to get into all that, so don't ask me how to do all that. I just know they exist, and I know why people use them, right? But I don't try to anticipate the move. I just wait until the news come out, and then I react. Right. So right now we still in this area where I say I'm looking for the scale. For anybody who just tuning in or ain't been, following with us, the reason why I'm looking for the scale here is because we had a mean bull run. We had a bull rally going on from the 14th of July up until the 16th of August. An entire month. We had an entire month of a nice bull rally going on, right? We got this nice weekly breaking structure right here at 41.1744, right? We got a nice weekly breaking structure right here at 41.1744, right? Not only do we got a nice weekly breaking structure with a closure above, right? We got a gap up right here with them gap ups and gap downs. They be like magnets for price, right? We got a fair value gap, right? And we got a daily breaking structure at the same spot. We actually got two daily breaking structures right at the same spot, because we had a daily breaking structure coming out of this consolidation, and then we got another daily breaking structure once we launched from the retracement of this breakout of this consolidation. Anybody that don't know what I'm talking about, we broke out, retraced, or pulled back. Whichever term you want to use, they mean the same thing pretty much, meaning you backtracking, right? So you broke out, pulled back, and took off. You got the ping from this consolidation, right? So that's a breaking structure there, ping. So now you got this daily breaking structure, and this daily breaking structure coincides with a weekly breaking structure, coincides with a fair value gap, coincides with a gap up, right? So, and now the algos are still holding strong at this daily order block right here. It's still holding strong at this daily order block. These two down close candles right there. This is the low end of the order block. This is the high end of the order block, right? It's still holding strong at this daily order block right there. Let me map it out for you right here. If you go from the wicks, that's the wicks of the order block. If you go to the body, from body to body, my body all over your body. Stay on there. What are you doing? There you go. There you go. If you go on the bodies, that's the bodies of the order block right there, right? So it's respecting the bodies of the order block all the way down. The wick is all the way down there. The bottom of the order block is right there. It's still respecting the order block right there, waiting on Pally Powell to do what he want to do, right? How do I know he's waiting on Powell to do what he want to do? I don't know that. I'm just looking at the price action, and ahead of big events like that, what I told y'all, the market just trades stupid. It just, chop around and just move around in the same range until the Fed come out and say what they want to say. So I still don't have any confirmation on a direction, right? I don't have any confirmation on a direction outside of this right now. You have a lot of people that's seeing this as the start of the bull trap, meaning I told y'all it was a bull trap. Y'all was happy when it was running up. Now we finna come and we finna fall all the way back down and make new yearly lows. Personally, Timmy Rogers don't see that. I don't see us going all the way back down and making new yearly lows. I think this the low of the year, right? And I tell y'all why I think that's the low of the year. When I start talking about what I said I want to talk about. Assuming, did I say assuming? Whatever. Anticipating, right? So right now, Spilene is still respecting this order block, still respecting this area. If y'all see, we still in the exact same area that we was in all the way back in June. Remember back in June when we was trying to figure out what we wanted to do, right? We was trying to figure out what we want to do back in June. Back then when I lost the bet to Zay, I'm going to keep bringing it up every time I say something about this time. Right there in June when we was consolidating, waiting to see what the Fed was going to do. And then I lost the bet to Zay right here. Then we came back to that same area and we consolidated, wait to see what the Fed was going to do. And then we took off like a rocket when Zay got put in timeout. I had to throw that one in there, Zay. And Zay and him, I had to put it in there, Z. I mean, Zay. I said Z, and gave him a new name. Hey, so we took off, and then now we come right back to that same area right there. That is a very pivotal point. That's a very pivotal point. That's right there flirting around that 4,200. Remember the 4,200 I was talking about? Let's see if it's around there. Let's see if I'm lying to y'all. Right? Boom. Uh-oh. What's that I just pulled up? See, that green line. Golly, where did it go? That green line. That's the 4,200 line, right? That's right up there around 4,200. Still inside our box. Because our box go from 41.13 up to 42.21. And 4,200 is right there inside the box. Right now, we less than 60 points away. We like 54 points away from 4,200 right now. Right, so right around that area, close enough for government work. We right around that area. We still, you know what I'm saying, flirting around with that pivotal area, right? That's where we was at back in June. That's where we was at in July. For some reason, the market is holding that as the staging area for decision making. I don't know why it's holding it there. I don't know why the algos like this area right here. Maybe it's a whole bunch of liquidity in here. Right, because y'all already know how I think when the markets go sideways like this right here, they just soaking up. I call it soaking up liquidity. They swimming in the liquidity pool, right? Shout out people like PDub and ICT. When it goes sideways like that right there, they say they generating liquidity. Boom, right. Boom, 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 boom. Generating liquidity. Came over here. Boom, 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 boom. Generating liquidity. Right? Went up, come down. Now we in the same area. Boom, 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 boom. We starting to generate liquidity. Right? This same little area right here on the little box that I X'd out right there. As you can see, the algos love this area for generating liquidity at this point in time. Right? At this point in time. Now, what is the outcome going to be? This time, that's why we waiting for Powell to talk. The Fed been saying everything gonna be data dependent. Everything is data dependent. Let's look at the price action real quick, and then I just go right into what I wanted to talk about as far as like anticipating, right? So price action for the day, a whole bunch of nothing. Y'all see it. We went up, we came down, we stayed in the same range. We still inside our box, right? We still inside our box. Let me put it on 60-minute counter so I ain't got to scrunch it so much. When we look at this right here, there we go. This is our box. Don't worry about the boxes that's on there, but our box go from this buy side up here at 41.22 down to the sell side at 41.13, right? So as y'all notice, we still inside our box, right? And we, for the first couple days, we just sold down slow and steady without trying to rebalance any of the liquidity in between the top and the bottom of the box, right? The top and the bottom of the box are daily levels. It's daily liquidity levels, right? The top and the bottom of the box. For everybody that want to use fancy words, daily liquidity levels, you know what I'm saying? Institutional levels for everybody who want to use fancy words, right? So boom, that's the higher time frame levels for the day traders, right? Inside the middle right here, we got some liquidity areas like this weekly fair value gap. That's the blue rectangle. This daily fair value gap. That's the white rectangle, right? So we got the wax on, right? For the weekly and the daily. Wax on, meaning we repriced down through the gap. We made the gaps on the way up, right? On the way up on this run, right? And now that we coming down, now we get in the gap fill, and now we just waiting for the retracement. You see what I'm saying? We got the gap fill. Now we waiting on the retracement. I like to say wax on, wax off, right? When you go back through it one way, you're putting the wax on. When you go back through it the other way, you're taking the wax off. Wax on, wax off. Shout out ICT. He say repricing and then rebalancing, right? Offering sell side, offering buy side. However he want to say it, but it's all the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing using different nouns, verbs, and adjectives, right? So we inside our box. I show everybody who need to visually see the box that don't understand what I'm saying, right? We're inside our box. Shout out Lex and PDub for, you know what I'm saying, making me see it in a different way. When it was talking about the internal and external liquidity, that's what made me start visualizing a box. There's the box. The price is inside our box right now, right? Well, Tim, why you say it's inside the box? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. If I had it on my drawing screen, I would draw it for you, right? So price came and it splashed into the liquidity pool. Boosh! It got in the box, right? The price got in the box. We created this box here once it broke low, once it broke below this daily low right here where I'm moving it over here, that daily low that was at 42.2075. Once we broke below that and came back and sold off it with heavy distribution, that's when our antennas went up. Bing bong. The algos are done with that area for right now. It's time to set a new box, right? So this became the top. This was the bottom of the box. Now it becomes the top of the box because the algos rejected off it with heavy distribution, right? That's the top of the box. So we had to go find a bottom of the box. The next spot with liquidity was over here at these lows down here at 41.13. That became the bottom of our box. So we was looking for opportunities to short all the way down to 41.13, right? Shout out everybody that took any shorts all the way down to 41.13 because we talked about it back on Monday. Way back on Monday, we talked about it. We was like, hey, this is our new box. So shout out anybody that got any shorts all the way down to 41.13. I didn't get any. I'm going to just let you know that. It didn't give me any kind of setup. It just bled off. See what I'm saying? It just bled off. Now, we hit 41.13 overnight, right? We kissed it, and we started pushing back up. Now, it's time to watch to see if we're going to rebalance the inside of the box now. Are we going to rebalance the inside of the box now and then make a decision? Or are we going to rebalance part of the box and make a decision to the bottom side? Right? We don't know. Tomorrow is Thursday. The Feds talk on Friday, I think. Tomorrow is Thursday. The Feds talk on Friday. I don't expect no big move tomorrow. So if we just say we slowly keep the same energy and we slowly bleed up to this low right here at 41.75.50. You know what I'm saying? We come up here, we take out this internal liquidity that's resting above these equal. We got a swing high right here at 41.62. We got some equal highs right here at 41.65.50, right? We got a fair value gap right there. Y'all see it. I don't feel like calling out all them doggone numbers, right? And we got that breaking structure right there at that fair value gap at 41.75.50, right? What if we just gone up here and take out all this internal liquidity right here tomorrow and just call it a day right there? Now, we're halfway through from the top to the bottom. Let's see if we're halfway through. Let's see if my eye calibrated. Let's go from the top to the bottom. We're a little over halfway through. That'll be putting us into a discount close to 62% retracement for a push down, right? We're still not in the discount for going down yet. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for nothing super fancy to happen right now. But if we get back up to that liquidity that I was just talking about, that'll put us into a discount market for selling down, right? So if Thursday, and remember I told you, I think the big boys positioning for it to be bad news, right? So if Thursday push us up to right around here, right? And I said that the other day before this even played out. Before it's just, I ain't got no crystal ball. I just be reading the charts, man. And then we come up here, just say Thursday, we stop right here, right? We stop right here Thursday, hang around in this area. Now we're in a discount market for going down. Who is trying to FaceTime me? What's going on? Why y'all? What's going on?
What kind of drugs make you so high you talk for over 12 hours?
Is this an emergency, Pumpkin? Huh? I'm on live, baby. You calling me for nothing? What's going on? Man, I'm sorry about that, y'all. My mama done called me. She done FaceTime me and all my siblings. And that's just unusual. She don't FaceTime. She FaceTime us on like Sunday, man. So I'm thinking something wrong. I get on the call. My wife on there, my sister on there, my brother on there, my niece on there. I'm like, what's going on? Man, I'm blowed. I can't remember what I was saying, man. What y'all talk about in the chat? What y'all talk about in the chat, man? Man, I'm blowed. Man, I can't remember what I was saying for real, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Anticipating. Let's talk. I'm talking about anticipating because I can't remember what I was saying for real. I thought something was wrong, man. She's just mad at my older brother right now. Hey, so what I want to talk about with anticipating. So remember the other day when I was talking to y'all about when I was like, I had been thinking about like I had the misunderstanding of what the GDP numbers was giving us. I was thinking like I knew we got the GDP on months. Just for a recap for anybody who wasn't here for my misunderstanding, right? I knew we got GDP numbers every month, but I was thinking that okay, when we get the August GDP numbers, it's just the numbers from July. When we get the September GDP numbers, it's just the numbers from August. I'm thinking it's like, you know what I'm saying, just like a month in behind, right? So when I was looking at Forex Factory, it said like prelim GDP. I'm like, what in the world is prelim GDP, right? And then when I look, because when I look at man, I'm so flustered right now. I can't even think. Econo Day. When I look at Econo Day, it just says GDP, right? So I start digging into it because you know I don't know everything. I'm trying. I try to get better every day, right? So when I see the GDP, right, and when I go in and look at it, I just started researching it, and I found out that the GDP numbers that what we're getting, it is a month by month thing, but what it is, the first GDP numbers that we get of the quarter, that's the advanced GDP numbers, what they thinking the quarter gonna be, but it's the previous quarter. You see what I'm saying? So what the GDP numbers we finna get tomorrow, that's the final GDP numbers for second quarter. You see what I'm saying? So the first one that we get is the advanced GDP numbers for what they think the quarter was going to be for the previous quarter. The second GDP numbers we get the next month, like in August, the ones we got in August, in July, the ones we got in July were the preliminary GDP numbers for the second quarter. You see what I'm saying? That's the adjusted numbers. You know how when you look at like these numbers over here, it'll say prior revised or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's after they make the adjustments, because they have like, it'll be like the consensus, it'll be the actual, and then when the next report come out, you see on some of the reports it'll say revised. You see what I'm saying? And you see how it's got this little P up here. It say Q2 P, them the preliminary numbers for Q2, right? So when the GDP numbers come out, the first month of the quarter, it's the advanced numbers for what they thought the GDP was going to be for the previous quarter, right? The second month, like July, what we just got in July, right? Those were the for, let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, July, those be the ones for, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of the second quarter. Then August, those be the ones for the adjustment piece of the second quarter, like the middle. You got 3 months. So it's for like the first month, the second month, the third month, right? So you get in the adjusted numbers for the second quarter, right? And then September, we gonna get the final numbers for the second quarter, because now June, July, and let me see, January, February, March, April, May, and June. Let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June. So April, May, and June are already gone. So now in September, they got the full picture of what Q2 was, and now they telling us about it in September. You see what I'm saying? Because now they got all the information. So you got the advanced, the prelim, and the final, right? So now, I said all that to say, this is part of the reason why I feel like that is like July, June or July, whenever I feel like that's the bottom. I feel like that's the bottom for this year, because if you think back, or if you look back over the data, right? The July, August, and September, right? This just little Timmy Rogers thinking. July, August, and September, the prices and all of that is not as bad as it was for April, May, and June. You see what I'm saying? So if the numbers we getting now are for second quarter numbers, when we start getting the numbers for third quarter, which is at the end of the year, I think we setting up for a beautiful Santa Claus rally. I said all that to say, I think we setting up for a beautiful Santa Claus rally, because if the numbers that we seeing are from the second quarter, right? Right around the time when because in the beginning, remember, like in the first quarter, like the energy prices were shooting, right? January, February, March, it was shooting, right? And when we started getting them numbers in June, we was dying. That's when I lost that bet to Zay. When, you know what I'm saying, we was getting them numbers around April, May, and June. You know what I'm saying? That's when we died off. Because in January, February, March, like energy prices, everything was shooting, right? And then in January, February, March, April, May, and June, it started tapering off a little bit. And so when we started getting them numbers, and when we started getting them numbers for the second quarter, you know what I'm saying? It started getting better. Like it started trying to make a bottom, and we started getting our bull rally, right? So then I'm just thinking ahead, when we start getting the numbers in October, November, and December, right? You see what I'm saying? So excuse me, I can't say for sure, but just thinking about how the, you know what I'm saying, the energy prices going, how the housing, everything been slowly contracting. They've been talking about it's contracting, and like looking at the gas pump, the prices coming down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at all this that's going on right now, we're going to be getting that data in October, November, and December. And the Feds already said everything is data driven. You see what I'm saying? And then the advanced numbers are the ones that usually cause the most volatility, unless it just get horrible during that quarter, and then the final numbers come out really bad, and then, you know what I'm saying, tank it. You see, but the advanced numbers usually be the ones that cause the most volatility. You know what I'm saying? So that I said all that to say that's I want to talk about anticipating. So I'm anticipating it to not be so. I'm anticipating the end of the year to be good based off of what's going on now and based off how the GDP get reported and based off the Fed saying everything gonna be data driven. So as long as the jobs market stay doing, you know what I'm saying, as they are now or better, and you know what I'm saying, based off of how, you know what I'm saying, the energy prices and stuff and the food and all of that going on right now, long as all that stay good or get better, I'm anticipating it to get greater later. I'm anticipating the latter part of the year to be good. I understand it's a election cycle and all that right there, but I'm expecting it based off the data that the Fed be watching. And that right there now, it make sense in little Timmy Rogers' mind when they talk about once they announce a recession or once they admit a recession, the stock market being already rebounded, except for one time. I think it was back in the 80s. The stock market being rebounded. It be on the bottom be put in. You see what I'm saying? The bottom be put in and the market be on its way back up. Am I saying we ain't gonna pull back? No, I ain't saying we in the middle of a pullback right now. We got plenty of room to the downside to slide. We already said all that. You see what I'm saying? But I believe that was the bottom, and that's why. I'm sorry I got off flustered from when my mama was calling in and couldn't remember where I was on the price action. But hey, we talk about price action every day, man. The link is in the chat if anybody want to pull up and share anything. If anybody want to pull up and ask anything, I'm gonna go through the chat now to see what y'all talking about. What you say, Zay? When you plan to scale, what expiration you looking at? I don't even know. When I get my confirmation, when I get my confirmation that I want, I'm looking at probably December 24. Maybe might be January 24, but probably December 24. Way lot. I'm looking at way lot first. I go way lot first, and then I start looking at more shorter term, you know what I'm saying, in between. What's up, PDub? When you slid up in here? Aren't we rebalancing what's on the left side of the chart though? Yeah, we probably are. Right? That's why we be going up and down like that. When you say on the left side of the chart, what left side of the chart you talking about there, Edwin? The market is in a constant state of rebalance. What part of the chart you talking about over there? Right? What part of the chart you talking about? Right? Because right here, for example, we got these fair value gaps right here, right? So we made these gaps on the way up, right? So we made the gaps on the way up, meaning we just pushed it up super fast, right? Leaving a gap. So when we come back down, right, we get the refill and the retrace to rebalance just this area right here. You know what I'm saying? We get the refill and the retrace. So we rebalancing this area over here, right there, because this is where it did like over it, like the charts don't go out far enough right now, but this is where the gap started. This what the blue gap started here on whatever date that is. I can't see my thing right now. So right over here, the blue gap started over here on the 8th, and then the white gap started right here on the 9th. So from the 9th this way, we rebalancing these areas right here now. We went down through it, right? And now we have to come back up through it. But right now we just sitting up here chopping back and forth, waiting to see what the Fed gonna say. And this was the sell side liquidity we was looking at, and we just barely poked through there. We ain't getting no deep thrust, pause. We ain't getting no deep thrust into that. You know what I'm saying? And then if you keep looking, we still got a weekly fair value gap and a daily fair value gap below this area. That's why I say we still got plenty of stuff to the downside that need to be taken care of, but it's all about, you know what I'm saying, which way this last little bit of Q2 GDP gonna push stuff. And then we got, I think we got non-farm payroll in a couple weeks. From the run up we had. Yeah, we rebalancing the run up. It's like with the run up, these the gaps we were leaving on from the run up. Right? These the gaps we were leaving. This was a gap, this was a gap, this was a gap. These are the gaps we was leaving on the run up. So right now we working on these gaps right here on the daily and weekly, and we still got daily and weekly gaps down here that still need to be attended to. But you got to remember, if the algos don't want them, guess what? The algos will leave them. If the algos don't want them, or if the algos don't need them, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if they don't want them or don't need them, they'll leave them. Pang out. You'll get a pang out. You'll get a pang out. So an equal high identifies the top of the box if it doesn't break through it. No. That don't let me break down the top of the box, right? The top of the box and the bottom of the box are daily liquidity levels, right? It can be a daily fair value gap. It is just the daily liquidity levels. So when I put it on the daily chart, right? When I put it on the daily chart, if you look at our box right now, right? Our box right now is this, like this is the low from Friday at 41, 42. I keep saying 40, 42, 20, 75. And then when we came up and ricocheted off of this gap down right here, we ricocheted off this gap down here, and then the swing or whatever we made right here was our buy side. That was the new top of the box, right? So the new top of the box is roughly this daily high. Let's just say this daily high, close enough for government work. The daily high is 42.2250, and we got it at 42.21. So this time the daily, the top of the box is this daily high for all intents and purposes, right? The bottom of the box in this example is the next, right? The next target that I identified would be the most likely target for the algos to go get liquidity, which was these equal lows, and it's the daily low of August the 9th at 41.13 even, right? And so we got relative equal lows right here. You got a 41.13.75 and a 41.13, right? So that's the bottom of the box in this instance, right? There, the box for me, this is little Timmy Rogers. The box for me is my daily levels. That's the liquidity I'm expecting the market to be pushing toward, right? So the top of the box is here. So I was bearish until we got to this 41.13. When I get to this 41.13, I'm not automatically bullish. I'm looking for the scale. Looking for the scale. Looking for the scale. Yep, looking for the scale. I'm looking for a reason to get back in, right? Just like when we came up here and we hit my target to this side right here, I wasn't automatically bearish or wherever it was. Well, yeah, it was up here. Up here. When we hit my target up here around this, when we got close to this 42.29 that we was talking about, I ain't automatically get bearish. I was looking for a reason to start selling. You see what I'm saying? And so now, when we consolidated here and we pushed out and got a closure below this consolidation, booyah. There we go. That was my reason to start getting bearish, because the market showed me I wanna go down. I'm going down. It's showing me I'm going down. So then we made our box. Our box was at this daily high and this daily low. That was our box. We broke out of that box and ricocheted off it with heavy distribution. And then so now, once we have heavy distribution from this sell side liquidity, that automatically, you know what? I'm fun to go. I'm fun to draw. I'm fun. Y'all thank Antonio, because if you don't want to see me draw, thank Antonio, because I'm fun to draw. I'm fun to draw. I'm going down. I'm about to draw. There. I'm about to draw. Now, let me share my drawing screen. I'm about to draw. There. I got my pen. There. Give me a screenshot. There go my screenshot. Okay. So, Pete, right? We had our box here, Antonio, right? This was our box. I didn't do that very well. Right? This was our box. In this instance, the top of the box is a daily high. Right? It's a daily high. In this instance, the bottom of the box is a daily low. Right? In this instance of that box, right? Once we broke out of this box, test the bottom and got heavy distribution off of it, right? That heavy distribution away from this sell side, for the time being, the heavy distribution came out the box, heavy distribution away from this sell side, right? For the short term, automatically nullified this buy side liquidity in my mind as a target for the algos, right? Well, Tim, why did it do that? I'm glad you asked that question, Timmy Rogers, because the price is inside this box. And shout out PDub and Lex, right? While you inside the box, on the outside of the box, you got the external liquidity, right? When you and then you got on the bottom side of the box, you got the external liquidity, right? So once you break into the external liquidity and get heavy distribution down, now the market is telling you, me no want this liquidity up here right now. Me want to go down for liquidity, right? So now that it done told you that right there, now we're going to erase the box, right? Now the box is erased. Get out of here, box. You're no longer my box, right? Get out of here. You're no longer my box, right? So now that we erase that box, and then in this instance, right, this right here is the top of the box. Come down, and this is the bottom of the box now. Now in this instance, the top of the box is the bottom of a gap down, right? It's a daily gap down right here, right? That's pretty much the top of the box. It coincides with this daily high, right? But it's the bottom of a daily gap, right? In this instance, the bottom of the box are equal lows. That's supposed to be an L. Equal lows, right? So the box can change. It ain't just equal highs, right? The box on this instance up here, it was a daily high and a daily low. Over here, it's the bottom of the gap and some equal lows, right? Okay, boom. Now, to make it even more confusing to the people in the back, right? See this daily fair value gap right here? This daily fair value gap right there, that can be a box too, right? That can be a box too. But the top of the box is the top of the gap, right? The bottom of the box is the bottom of the gap, right? That can be a box too, right? But it just depends on what the algos are showing the most interest in getting the liquidity from. Are they showing the most interest of coming and getting inside of a fair value gap and balancing that and coming out? Or are they just showing the interest in running some lows and taking off, or running some highs and taking off to the downside? But when you mapping out your when you map what, you know what I'm saying? I say mapping out the box, but when you mapping out your liquidity levels, it's just all about what the what's the most probable place that the algorithms are gonna go look for liquidity. That's the purpose of the box. It don't matter if it broke through the highs or nothing like that. It's just what's the liquidity that hasn't been ran to yet in accordance with the bias in the narrative and what algos are pricing the market to, right? Oh, look at Dub talk about I did something good. I appreciate you, Dub. Even though that was like an hour ago, I might be messing up by now. Let me see. Real life for real. Sound good. All right, my guy G, gotta hop off. Okay, Zay been gone a long time ago. Okay. QQ GDP has been going down. Will tomorrow's prelim GDP be insight as to what the Fed may be thinking or be fueled into seasonality? Oh, that's a question mark. Right. I know who do know. I know who do know. Let me share my screen. Let me get my screen together. I know who know exactly what you asking, Victor. Let me get my screen together. Hold on. I know who know exactly what you asking. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, Crystal Ball. Oh, Crystal Ball. Victor wants to know if quarter over quarter GDP has been going down. Will the prelim GDP be insight to what the Fed may be thinking or be fueled into seasonality? Man, I don't know. I just said I'm gonna wait for wait till we get it and then react. I don't know. I don't try to speculate on what the GDP numbers gonna do. I just say, hey, I look at like, hey, this is what it looked like. Hey, let's hopefully we get this move right here. But if the algos give us something totally different, I react to what the algos give us. I want it to do something, but I don't know. Appreciate that, Kashaya. Hit the like button. So we dropped for September quad and midterms. I don't pay no attention to quad witch. We talked about that the other day. I don't care nothing about quad witch. I put just as much emphasis on quad witch as I do on monthly OPEX. Right, I put just as much emphasis on quad witch as I do on monthly OPEX. It's just another time when people got to get out of positions. You feel me? Oh, PDub gonna come back with a great job again, trying to make me feel good. Get out of here. For what it's worth, Kramer thinks June was the bottom. Appreciate that, Michelle Tucker. Okay, Edwin. I don't know what I said, but y'all know I be late on the chat, man. I be needing my sweetie here to put the stuff up on the. Hey, you brought the goons with you? Oh, 100. What's up with the goons, man? Yeah, non-farm payroll. It's coming on. When is it, PDub? It's coming soon. Long as them non-farm payroll numbers stay decent, all that ADP information, long as that stuff stay decent, man, I think we're gonna have us all right Santa Claus rally, man. Cause I think the nastiness was at the beginning of the year when the market was like selling off Mammon. I think the nastiness of the GDP was at the beginning of the year. Like, like the first half of the year was the nasty part. And then now, you know what I'm saying, we finna start getting the data that you know what I'm saying, look like we're doing great. The Fed doing a great job. Oh man, we're just awesome. And then we could just pop goes my mind. Man, stop talking to PDub in the chat. But that is worth congratulating the homeboy. 100 on you, 100 killing it. Y'all, hey, 100 is killing it. But y'all make sure y'all drop in the chat and tell 100, make sure you stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Don't try to rush it. Let it play out. It's plenty time. You ain't got to rush. It's plenty time. Stick to your plan. Get to where you want to be and tell them folks, be gone. Once you get the way you want to be, you could be like Kendrick Lamar and Kodak Black and be pushing them off me like, pushing them off me like, pushing. Yes, sir. Congrats, though. That's good stuff, 100. This right here, see, this right here, this is the perfect example of people learning a skill and then taking that skill and put it to use the proper way. It's so many people that I see online talk about blowing combines. They don't even get to the point of getting funded. They spending their money over and over and over trying to get funded, and they blow the combine. They don't even get funded. Or if they get lucky and get funded, they blow their funded account immediately. You feel me? But this young man done, you know what I'm saying, got funded. He got 2 funded accounts, and he's still going strong. You feel me? Just take your time with it. Don't rush through nothing. Don't try to hit no home run. Same thing we talked about already, man. There's just inspiration to all the cousins out there to let you know this stuff work, man. And it can work for you too. This too can be you. Are you on a computer? I can't act either. I don't know. Maybe it might be a StreamYard thing why you can't act. I don't know. Yes, PDub is a GOAT. I know PDub don't like when you be like bragging on how good he is, but that man is a GOAT. Like Lex, the other day, Lex taught some Tim. You already know all that stuff. It ain't about me knowing stuff. It's just the way y'all said it. It unlocked them. It made me come up with the box analogy. You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all said, it was like, ooh, what they call epiphany. I got an epiphany. You know what I'm saying? I have to type the full. Man, I'll get out of there. What's up, Tasha? I ain't know you was in here. Where my homeboy Snoopy at? Tell Snoopy I said, arf, 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 arf. That means I had to go help my wife unload a 53-foot trailer worth of stuff at her job today. See, y'all, that's one thing I love about being retired. Hashtag officially unemployed, but being retired. My wife called me today. She was like, hey, where you at? I said, I'm at the house. What you doing? You busy? I said, nah, I'm finished doing what I was going to do in the market today. I took a little sim trade. It ain't gave me my confirmation for scaling in on nothing. What's up? What you need? She was like, can you bring me the truck up here to Sam's? I was like, you still in Columbus? She like, yeah. So then I went up there to Sam's. She was like, yeah, I need to get the truck. I'm thinking I'm going to go up there. She just got one thing that's too big for her car, right? I get up there. This woman got 14 Sam's Club carts full of stuff for her job. She got enough food for 12 picnics. She got a whole picnic table. It's in a little container that you got. She got I'm like, where were you gonna put this in your Buick? So we piled it all in the truck, and then we drove it to her job. But that's the kind of stuff you can do when you ain't got to go in the office and be like, hey, Owens, man, my wife need me to do this. Man, you think I can leave for a couple hours? Hey, man, you ain't got to do that stuff when you out here in these retired streets. P-Dub, get out my chat. Everybody just talking to you. Get out my chat, P-Dub. Okay, Antonio. 9-2. Yeah, 9-2. Yeah. What I said a couple weeks. Let me see. Was I off? How off was I? Next week. I said a couple weeks, but it's next week. Yep, next week. And then we got what's the name on 9-2, and then we got what day is it? Is it 23rd or 29th? FOMC meeting. Is the 29th or the 23rd? I could just look at the calendar. I don't know why I'm sitting up here trying to guess. I'm getting hungry. My Subway sandwich getting cold. So I'm about to go after I look up this FOMC information. So FOMC is on the 21st. I was slapped off. I said the 23rd or the 29th. It's on the 21st. PMI on the 23rd. So it's the 21st. So we got non-farm payroll on the 2nd. We got some CPI numbers in between, and then the big dog of them all is on the 21st. All right. There you go. They saying stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. There you go, 100. Everybody got your back, even though you the biggest bear in the woods. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot 100. What'd you say, 100? 100 say, let me put it on white so you can see it. 100 say, I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a beast. You feel me? Y'all support our sponsors. TheNewTLR.com and Banjo. New music by Il Jodam. Streaming now on all streaming platforms. If you got Apple Music, the link for Banjo is in the chat right now. If you got Apple Music, support our sponsors. I think that's it, man. I'm down to the bottom of the chat. What is here? Look at my guy, glad I'm gonna share more when I learn. Oh, yeah. I already know 100. 100. That's a good dude right there, man. That's a good dude. Keep it coming. Really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, this morning. Shout out to everybody that was on here. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I never knew that taking a trade with 60 people watching me take that trade, I never knew it would be that hard to click that button. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hear people all the time talking about it's difficult to trade live in front of people. I'm like, man, it's the same thing. It's not. Them emotions hit different when 60 people sitting on the live watching you go into a trade. Them emotions hit different, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And it's like I was acting off instinct because I saw the trade coming and I was trying to hurry up and do it so I wouldn't miss it. And then, but when I hit it, you see, I couldn't even get it to the spot. I was trying to get it at that what was that? 41.34. I was trying to get it there and I'm trying to move it and it like my hand won't act right. I got it in the right spot, but man, that was the hardest thing I ever had to do, take a trade. And once I got it on, I was cool. But it was just, man, it is like the emotions hit like the first time you take a live trade. If anybody ain't never took a live trade yet and you just been paper trading, when you take that first live trade, them emotions hit different. That's just what I felt like taking that trade live with y'all. Even though I know y'all know I trade and I know y'all know I can trade, but it's just actually, that was my first time ever doing it on live. Because I've came on and had trades on before, but actually going, man, that hit different. That hit different. Draco said that's why she'll never teach futures. Hey, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Remember, trade what you see. Don't be out here trying to guess what's gonna happen. Tomorrow we got GDP numbers. Let the algos tell y'all what it want to do after them GDP numbers come out. Friday we got Powell talking after Jackson Hole part 2. I think it's Jackson Hole part 2, and then he talking. Let's see what the market gonna do after he talk. Right? Let's see what the market gonna do after he talk. Don't try to guess on nothing. Right? Give yourself a brain break. I've been on here over an hour. Give yourself a brain break. Push away from the market for the rest of the night. Tell your spouse that you love them. Tell your kids that you love them. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. If your parents still here with us, call them up. Say, hey, mama, hey, daddy, I love you. I'm thinking about you. If you got grown kids like me, give them a call. Say, hey, daddy was thinking about you. Hey, mama was thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? If you got the little furry family members, walk over to them and say, meow, or arr, 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 arr. They know what you're talking about. Go over there and give them some love, man. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow. Love the people. Let the people know that you love. Let them know that you love them. Tell them with your words and with your actions. You know what I'm saying? Don't just show it and don't say it. Don't just say it and don't show it. Do them both. Till the next time, man. I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. I appreciate you, man. Gone.